Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome Battlefist into another video. Guys, in this video I will show you exactly how to become strong Twink in 21 steps. I promise you guys, if you do everything correctly, this Twink of yours will be able to beat 120s in duels and make them cry for their mommy and stuff. Or it can boost your friends or your customers in island expeditions for some nice amount of gold. Or something is coming special from me in the next some time. How to farm content like a god. Now, why I do this? Well, I got BFA from Kojiko from Discord on US, so I can, you know, go into US region now and also do raids for you all and all that stuff. So yay for that and thanks for Kojiko. And that made me make a new class which was Hunter there, and I've used the BFA boost and I got him to 110. Now, of course, I'm gonna make him Twink, so I felt like, you know, I'm doing this for 5th or 6th time already in the past month or so. I know the shortcuts, I know the way, you know, so why not give all this information to my bros? I promise, by the way, guys, for each of these steps, I'll make a separate video with, you know, in detail guide on how you can do all of these steps faster, better, and all that. But for now, here we are with the 21 steps how to become a god Twink. Step number 1, level to 110. That is obvious, of course. Step number 2, stop your experience. You can go in Stormwind for Alliance or Orgrimmar for Horde, and you can find where you can, you know, stop your experience. I'll do for these separate guys as well. Step number 3, get artifact for the specs of your Twink. Now, I get for my marksmanship for my hunter, but that doesn't stop you to get all of them, you know. Just get the first one that you need to get, like relics and stuff for, because if you get some relics, you want to be able to equip somewhere. So, do that stuff as well. Step number 4, do the class campaign to the point where you open order campaign upgrades for your second legendary. Now, what that means is, you need to progress through your class campaign to the point where, you know, you're gonna be able to talk to the guy that will allow you to press upgrades and stuff for your order campaign, which allows you to equip second legendary. So that's the point where we want to get to. Step number 5 is do part of Legion Fall campaign until you open world quests. This is very important for later, for obtaining Awakening Essence. And do step number 6, do this as well for Argos as well, because you need to go there and also do the world quest for Veiled Argonite and stuff later. We're gonna talk, and also Awakening Essence. Now, next stuff is do Emissaries as step number 7 for Awakening Essence. So you need to do this every day, like that's something that you should do, like a daily quest or something, you know. Put it in your mind, you gotta do it if you want the quick legendaries, right?
Battle for Argos has begun.
Step number 8, do daily heroic dungeons for Awakening Essence. This is also very important. 30 Awakening Essence for like 10 minutes job, even less than that. If you're a Twink, you can do this easy peasy. Step number 9, win a BG for Awakening Essence. I think you get like every day you win a BG, you get like 30 Awakening Essence or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this still works. So you can try do that as well. It's fun as Twink going into BGs as well, a lot, you will see. Step number 10, clear the map from world quests that give Awakening Essence. This is also like your daily task, you know. You open up your map and you see where the Awakening Essence is. You need to get an add-on for this. You can get Angry World Quest or World Quest Tracker or something. There are a couple add-ons you can get to make your life easier when it comes to this. So you can select Awakening Essence and it shows you some, I mean, only those quests or something. So you can do that. It's very easy, very helpful, and it helps a ton to get your legendaries. Step number 11, figure out which Azeroth traits from BFA are good for your Twink. Good reference for this is the experience post that is currently on the screen, that I've used a lot for my reference as well. And you need to figure out which Azeroth pieces you can get on 300 item level and how, and then which traits you want to have on those pieces as well. That is all predefined. You just need to find the way for your class and go and follow that path, you know. I will make class specific guides, you know, that I believe that work the best from my own personal experience, from the Twins that I've had, you know, what works for Monk, what works for Priest, what works for Hunter and stuff like that. But for now, step number 12 is find out which zone you have to do first, second, third, and what order you have to do war campaign on, because war campaign you can do any order you want as well. And also, this is also important so you get the right Azeroth pieces, of course. Step number 13 is do the BFA pre-quest for Boralus and Zuldazar to open up the capital and stuff. Put your Hearthstone there, of course. Remember that you can skip the campaign if you've done it already. You know, when you can talk to the NPC before you start the campaign, and there is a option. I've heard this tale before and stuff, so you can do that as well. Step number 14 is do the zones, get your Azeroth pieces with the right traits. Do the island expeditions for the world quest is number 15. That gives you 600 Azerite power. It gets you closer to the next trait. You know, that's really important as well. You know, do the first island expedition is like a world quest and stuff that gives you 600 Azerite power, and it gives you like a free trait in the start, which is really helpful for clearing up the next content now. Now the hard part. Do the Mythic and Taurus. This is, you know, this is very hard for people that haven't done Mythic and Taurus. They don't know how to do raids and stuff, and they will be hardly accepted in any raid that, you know, will be done by 120s Fortune Smokes and stuff. So it's best to create your own group, and I mean, if you get nice gear, you can get into someone else's group, like mine, for example. I accept Twinks in my raids, but for most of the groups you will not be accepted. So what you need to do is learn how Mythic and Taurus works. Learn how Mythic and Taurus, go with your main into some group and clear it out and see what strategy people are using to clear Mythic and Taurus. And when you make your own groups, you know how to lead your own group, even though you're 110, you know, people will still stick around, you know. It's not problem to boost 3 to 4 Twinks, you know. The shit becomes when you get like 5 or 6 or 7 Twinks, and some of them don't have gear, and then they die, and the raid scatters around, and they leave the raid because, you know, the fight starts with skip mechanics because we're 120s, and the Twinks die because of that. Of course, if you don't have enough gear, if you're like 210 item level or something, of course you're gonna die from the first mechanic, and people are getting angry, like, how can we have people that are useless? Why do I have to boost these people and stuff? They're getting crazy, mad over that stuff. I don't know why. I mean, you still kill the boss at the end of the day, but, you know, they're just getting mad, and it's really hard for that. So I suggest you to do your own Mythic and Taurus as step number 16, raids, and learn the strategies and stuff. That will be a really nice stuff. Step number 17 is do Heroic and Taurus too. This is important because it can give you Titan Forges. It gives you some, you know, awakening a sense of Ionar, because most of the time Ionar you want to skip. And, you know, it gives you some random stuff like Titan Forges, some Azerite power, not Azerite power, but, you know, some random gold smokes and all that stuff. I don't know if you're interested in that, but Titan Forges are good enough reason for that, especially on relics. Very important. Step number 18, after done with all that, if you're still missing some relics for a weapon, you can go and do Argos Quests for invasions and pristine Argonite, you know, because those give you like 250 and 300 veiled Argonite per quest. You know, you do 3 invasions in the Argos zones, and then you do like 50 or something pristine Argonite by killing rares, looting treasures, and doing invasions as well. So if you have both of those quests in the same time, they're like kind of helping each other. So it's nice to do those stuffs, because Veiled Argonite can buy you for 650, can buy you 192 item level relic for your weapon that can Titan Forge, I believe, the 225, but I'm not really sure. It might be 215, it might be 25, but still, it's a nice start, because the things that you're gonna get from like normal dungeons is up to like 160 or 170, so you really need relics on the start. That's probably the most important thing to get. So of course, if you're a warrior and you're getting lucky and you get from Agramor on the first run of Mythic and Taurus, you get 265 weapon, like Teshalak, you get 265, or the Scythe, then fuck you. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing, you're a very lucky person, because you don't need relics anymore at that point. I don't think you can get the artifact weapon more than 265, maybe 280 with like 265 relics, but that's crazy lucky to get, because no one can trade relics from the raid, so don't expect anyone to get relics will be able to trade you, because they need to have their weapons with them. They need to have relics that are higher than the relics that they get on their weapon already equipped, and that's something that you gonna find in like 0.1% of the cases. I haven't found so far more than 3 people out of like 20 raids I've done that could trade relics to anyone, not to me, to anyone. So yeah. Anyway, 19th step is clear world quest with Awakening Essence every day and do daily heroic BGs and emissaries for Awakening Essence. Why this is important? Well, because you need to get your 2 legendaries that you want, you know, not just 2 random legends, but 2 legendaries that you want for boosting island expeditions or dungeons or something like that, or PvP even, I don't know. So Awakening Essence is really important to just like power farm at the start, and these are the steps to do that. So, and the step number 21, which is the last one, is meanwhile, do island expeditions for roots training, mobs training, personal training, Azerite power for your neck, because you get item levels and shit, and also it's nice time filler while you're waiting for dailies and weekly cities. You know, enough said, right? You need to do something meanwhile that progresses your char, and the best ways to farm item level on your neck by farming Azeroth power, and the best ways to do trial and expeditions because you train a lot, so you can boost people later on your own. And that's pretty much all for these 21 steps of these guys. Now I have a couple bonus tips, of course, at the end. That, you know, it wouldn't be a guide if there's no bonus tips, right? 1000 Awakening Essence is one legendary, for those that don't know, of your choice from the vendor in Dalaran. So if you get 1000 Awakening Essence, you can go to the vendor in the Dalaran, which is next to the blacksmith trainer, and you can click on him, I want to buy stuff from you, and you can select the legendary you want, and you can right click and buy, right? The thing that you don't know, like some of them don't know, is that you can return that legendary as long as you don't transmog it or try to send it or whatever. I don't even know what else you can do to make it soulbound, but if you don't do anything, if you just equip it and go and farm something with it, you can test it, you know, let's test this legendary, like I did in my warrior the other day, you know, so you can go and borrow it for like 2 hours, test it around, go and do stuffs and see if it works nice, if it gives you really nice benefit, then you can keep it, transmog it, whatever you want. But if 2 hours do not pass, you can go back to Dalaran, or actually I think any vendor can work. You can even summon your Borean Tundra mount or Yak or whatever, and you can, you know, give that back to the vendor, and it gives you 1000 Awakening Essence back, so you can go and buy another legendary and test another legendary, right? The other thing that some people do not know about legendaries is you can farm on your main, on your alt, 1000 Awakening Essence as well. Now, when you get, for example, you have a warrior twink, but you get the DK main, and I have 1000 Awakening Essence on my DK. What can I do with it? Well, you can go to the same vendor on Dollar, and you can buy random warrior legendary thingy. So, like, it's like a box or something, right? And that is bind on account, so you can send it to anyone on that account anywhere. So, like, literally, to Horde, to Alliance, to a different server, everywhere. So, whoever is on that account, I think that works even to, like, another WoW account. So it's like WoW 1 you have BFA, WoW 2 you have BFA, multi-box or whatever. I think you can even send between, I'm not really sure about this, but no, it says Battle.net account bound, so it might be possible. So you can send that shit and you get random warrior legendary on your warrior twink. And it might be good legendary, it might be the legendary that you actually need, or it might be some random legendary, it might help you on the way somewhere, you know, survival or whatever, boosting some other things, farming content or something else. So just keep this in mind, that's like a bonus tip from me. But anyway guys, that was all about this guide. I don't want to make this 1 hour video or something, it was just something that I wanted to share as like steps and stuff you should take in order to become a twink. Of course, you can share some, you know, suggest me some stuffs that I can put on this list as well. This will be posted on umeren.tv as a blog post. You know, you can bookmark it, use it later as a reference if you have more twinks to do. It's a nice checkbook, you know, like to-do list or whatever. So, guys, suggest me stuff, tell me what you think about it, like it, of course, it helps a lot. And until the next time, guys, love you much, no homo. Thank you all for watching, thank you all for reading as well the blog post in the description with all this. And until the next time, thank you to all the Patreons that are supporting this channel. Guys, you're fucking amazing. And thank you to all for watching and all this stuff. Anyway, guys, see you in the next one. Thank you, Battle Fist. And until the next one, much love, no homo, and see you. On and off.